Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're jumping into something pretty interesting, a new kind of digital dollar called LeUSD, and it's built specifically for the creator economy. So what's the big idea here? Well, it's all about creating a currency for creators and fans that's just as stable and reliable as a regular dollar, tackling crypto's biggest headache, that wild volatility, head on.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into why crypto's volatility is such a problem. Then we'll see how LeUSD presents itself as the stable solution and, how that actually works. After that, we'll check out what it can do in the real world. And to wrap things up, we'll do a much-needed reality check.
Okay, let's start with the core issue, the one that everyone in this space knows all too well. If you're a creator or you've ever paid a creator in crypto, you know it feels just like a roller coaster. The money you get paid on a Tuesday could be worth way, way less by Friday. And that kind of instability, it makes it almost impossible to budget or plan your life.
Let's just be real about it. For a creator, getting paid in most cryptos feels like a total gamble. That payment for all your hard work, for that piece you just sold, it could shrink before you even have a chance to pay your rent. This uncertainty is honestly one of the biggest things holding crypto back from being a real, everyday tool for creative professionals. Just look at it this way. The US dollar, for all its faults, is predictable. It's a flat line. $100 today is going to be $100 tomorrow. But a typical crypto, it's pure chaos. A payment that was worth $100 might suddenly be worth $65, and then shoot up to $115 the next day. You just can't run a business or your personal budget on that kind of wild ride. And that chaos is exactly what LeUSD is designed to fix. It's the native stablecoin for the Lumyna ecosystem, and its whole reason for being is to offer a reliable digital currency that is hopefully immune to all those crazy price swings. It's meant to be the calm in the storm. So what even is a stablecoin? It's a really special kind of crypto that's built from the ground up to get rid of that volatility. And it does this by being pegged or, locked to the value of a real-world asset. In the case of LeUSD, that asset is the good old US dollar.
And this right here, this is the magic number, the core promise. It's a simple but incredibly powerful one-to-one ratio. One LeUSD is engineered to always be worth one US dollar. And just like that, digital payments aren't a gamble anymore. They're as predictable as handing someone cash. Okay, but promising a one-to-one peg, that's the easy part, right? How do you actually maintain it? How do you keep a digital token locked to the dollar, no matter what the market is doing? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the mechanics.
So LeUSD's stability really stands on four legs. First up, collateralized reserves. This is huge. For every single LeUSD out there, there's a real US dollar or a super safe equivalent asset sitting in a reserve to back it up. Second, you've got smart contracts, which basically act like automated guardians. If lots of people want LeUSD, they mint more. If people sell it, they burn some to keep the supply and demand balanced and the price stable. Third is arbitrage. This is clever. If the price drifts off by even a tiny fraction of a cent, traders have a built-in incentive to buy or sell to correct it, making a small profit and pushing the price right back to $1. And finally, there's decentralized oversight. The Lumyna community, through its DAO, keeps a watchful eye on the whole system, which is meant to ensure everything stays transparent and trustworthy. Okay, so that's all the techie stuff. But what does this actually mean for you? As a creator trying to make a living, or as a fan trying to support them? Let's see how LeUSD is supposed to work out there in the real world. This is where it gets really practical. For creators, you can sell an NFT or some merch and get paid instantly without losing sleep that the value will plummet tomorrow. For fans, someone in, say, Japan can support an artist in Brazil without crazy high fees or waiting days for a bank transfer. You can even stake your LUSD to earn interest, kind of like a high-yield savings account, but with digital dollars. Plus, the fact that it works on big platforms like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain means it's available to pretty much everyone, everywhere. I mean, think about it from a creator's perspective. Getting paid instantly, without the risk of that payment losing its value, that's not just some minor feature. It's the difference between this being a risky side hustle and a legitimate, sustainable career. It really is a potential game changer. Of course, no explainer would be complete without talking about the elephant in the room. The history of crypto is, let's be honest, littered with stablecoins that have spectacularly failed. So it's absolutely critical to ask, what makes LeUSD think it can avoid that same fate? So a lot of past failures really boiled down to a couple of key things. They were either propped up by shaky algorithms that couldn't handle market stress, or their reserve funds were a total black box. You had no idea what was really in there. LeUSD tries to tackle this head-on. It's fully backed by real collateral, not just complicated code, and its reserves are designed for transparency, with audits and the community DAO watching over everything. The whole point is to build actual, provable trust. So what we have here is a pretty compelling vision. A digital dollar that aims to be stable, reliable, and governed by the very community that uses it. Could a tool like this, finally, be the key that unlocks a truly fair, truly global creator economy? Well, that's the billion-dollar question that it's trying to answer.